Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This is Ali Plays. And today we're going to be doing something that I haven't done in a long time. We're going to be going back to tiermaker.com and we're going to be ranking all the Void Legendary Champions. So the last time I did this, there were 16 Void Legendaries in the game, and now there are 21. And there was actually too many good Void Legendaries, so this list is very hard to do. So just a disclaimer, the order might not be what you guys expect, but we can have some discussion down below. Now, I don't expect everybody to agree with me. That's not how tier lists work. Obviously, we're going to have some differing opinions, but let's just keep it civil, guys. And I want to know your reason why you think that these champions should not be where they are, if you agree with me or not. Let me know down in the comment section. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so another thing I forgot to mention, so just because a champion is ranked low does not mean they are good at all. So this is just a ranking in order, so it doesn't mean that they suck. Some people always get the impression that the champion sucks just because other champions are better than them. That's not the case, man. You can basically find uses for many champions in the game without, regardless if it's a niche use or not. All right, so the first champion, I'm placing Solus down at 21. I do think that he needs a rework. He's, in my opinion, the lowest rank Void Legendary in the game, and he's going to be followed by the Battle Pass champion. So we got Whirlim Frost King right here. I think that's pretty accurate so far. Next up, we have Bellanor. I guess for a Void Legendary, he's not that good. He does have issues with his AI, so that does not even help at all. He doesn't use decreased defense and weaken on his, his A2 ability. I think it's his A2. He doesn't use that ability against a spider, so he would have actually been a very good choice for that dungeon because he's a Void Affinity champion, so he's not going to get a weak hit. And overall, his kid's not that good. I mean, he can hit hard, obviously, if you build him right, but if you pair him with Zavia, I mean, that's their synergy, right? The synergy is not even that good. So in my opinion, he is ranked 19. All right, next up, we have Baron. So Baron is actually a very hard hitter. You can ignore, I think it was block damage and defense. We're going to check it out real quick. Baron's right here. So he has an ability that's an AoE that ignores shield and block damage buff. So that is very good. He can be a heavy hitter, obviously. But in my opinion, he doesn't really cut it. Like, he's not better than the other champions that are ahead of him, obviously. All right, I'm going to have to put Angar next. So Angar did get reworked. If he was like his old version, I would actually bring him maybe down to 19. But now he's very good. He has AoE provoke. He's got reflect damage he can place on your allies, which basically wrecks Roto's teams. So he's going to be very good for a lot of areas in the game if you need a tank that can help you out. All right, next up we have Blind Seer. So she is a reviver. She's the best reviver, obviously, in the Dark Elves faction. And she's a Void Legendary. You can even argue that Angar is higher than her, but I'm going to place her here because the support is very vital to have on a team, and she can also revive. Next up is Gurgo. I actually really like Gurgo. I think in my last video, I actually had him last. Not my last video, the last video I did of Tiermaker. I've actually had Gurgo last, which I don't agree with. Now he is very good. Back then, I guess he wasn't that good, but now he is actually very good, especially for Arena, where he basically works very well in tandem with Tormund the Cold. That's when Free started coming into the game. Anithwe Blood Twin. So he's next. Personally, I like this guy. I don't know why people are very low on him. They don't think he's good. He's a heavy hitter, man. He's like one of those glass cannons, and he works very well against Brotos and a lot of champions in the game. I guess because he's more of an arena champion. But yeah, people don't really use him. I know he is Void, he's hard to get, and people tell me that he's one of the worst legendaries, which I don't agree with, man. And we got Crew Troxa next, another heavy hitter. She's actually such a beast. Personally, I think she is better than Anithwe, but she's not one of the best Void legendaries. Obviously, she's number 13. She's like middle of the pack, basically. All right, we have the new boy right here. We have Coroner. The thing is, though, when I saw Coroner's kit, I'm like, okay, this guy looks pretty good. His damage is not that good. I mean, he can be used in a lot of places, crowd control and things like that. But I don't see him as a top tier Void Legendary at all. I know a lot of you guys probably disagree with me, but I do think that he can help out a lot of accounts if they have them on the team. All right, we got Ethos next. So the thing about Ethos I think I had him really low in my rank in 016 last time. He's actually beast, man. He's an AoE damage dealer that can deal a lot of damage, so that's very nice to have. Almost like a big gun, you know what I mean? But he's a void champion, so that's even better. So definitely, just because of how much damage he's capable of doing, he's going to be up there. He's going to be 11 on my list. All right, so now we're in the top 10. So this is when it gets really, really hard. I kept changing things around. Oh, I got to put this guy higher. I got to bring this guy lower. Oh, this guy's better than this guy. But oh man, like it's actually harder than you think it is to do these lists. So even though it pains me, I'm putting Turvold in at number 10. This guy's a huge damage dealer. But that's not about all that he brings, right? So that's why I have him at number 10. When I was comparing him to the other champions, I had to rank him lower. All right, this was hard to do. Tormund. Now hear me out, guys. So the reason why Tormund is only number 9 is because he's basically niche, right? He's only good for arena. I mean, obviously he can help you out in campaign if you're new to the game, faction wars, things like that. But his specialty is in arena. So that's the reason why I have him at number 9. And he did shake up the meta. So I got to give him that. He did shake up the meta. So he's, in my opinion, one of the best arena. Like if it was specifically arena, he'd probably be like top 3, maybe even number 1. No, not number 1. He'd be top 3 for sure. Yeah, but let me know down in the comment section. What do you guys think about Tormund? Like overall, as a Void Legendary, do you guys think he's top 5? I don't think he is. All right, next up we have Hegemon. So this was kind of a hard one too. I kept switching these guys around, but I thought this guy always goes first, and then he can block the cooldowns, which basically nullifies your whole team, if you build with enough accuracy. So always goes first. So that's basically set in stone. He's always going to go first, unless you're facing another Hegemon. That Hegemon actually has higher speed than you, then he's going to go first. But that's pretty rare, man. Not a lot of people have Hegemon. So yeah, I have to put him higher than Tormund because I don't know. What would you guys rather have, Tormund or Hegemon? Like this guy obviously he doesn't really nullify them. I mean, if you build him high resistance for both of them, I guess, but this guy doesn't really nullify. His job is to stop speed teams, right? But this guy's job, he just puts block cooldown. So usually when you stop the teams from using their abilities, they're almost useless unless they have a very good basic attack like Rotos, champions like that. So that's the reason why I had Hegemon higher than Tormund, just by a smidge. All right, next up, we're going to put Raglan in at number 7. I really like Raglan, man. Honestly, these champions, Raglan, Hegemon, Turvold, I want these champions, even Ethos. Like all of these champions I want. I don't really want Solus or Orlim. I do have Orlim. I don't really want him. I don't care if I got this guy. Same with this guy. Angar, I would actually like to have. Would be pretty cool. Gurgo, the same. I would like to have these two as well. And coroner. So most of these champions I would like to have. They're very hard to get. They're lower does not mean that they suck. So Raglan is one of those champions. Raglan I really like. I think she's usable and viable everywhere in the game. And that's the reason why I had to have her higher than these two, because these guys are arena specialists. She can be used anywhere in the game. But she's not better than the champions ahead of her. All right, now it gets even harder. We're almost at the top 5. Even the top 6 is hard. Like, look at these champions, man. So you guys might be like, what are you doing, dude? But I'm putting Sir Nick at number 6. I do think Sir Nick was probably one of the best champions for a long time, but the champions ahead of him, actually, I feel like they do more for a team. I mean, this guy does have Unkillable. He does have huge shields. But now we have Miscreated Monster who's able to have that huge shield. And now that Rotos is in the game, that Unkillable doesn't really help you in Arena. It does help you in Spider and other areas of the game, but that's about it. Not hating on Sir Nick, man. I want Sir Nick. All right, I know a lot of you guys hate when I do this, but I'm putting Krisk above Sir Nicholas. The reason being, this guy I feel like brings more to the team. He can increase the duration of buffs. He can place the shield, ally protection. Like, he does way more things. He has AoE provoke. Like, he brings more to the table. I mean, obviously, a lot of you guys would probably rather have a Sir Nick, but I think this guy does more for an account than Sir Nicholas. Yo, Venus, she was hard for me to even put up here, man. The reason being is I actually really saw her as an arena, as a clan boss specialist. She literally has every single debuff. So I feel like it's kind of hard not to put her in the top 5. I mean, she's one of the most sought after Void Legendaries in the game. So that's the reason why I had to put her up here. In my last video, I actually had her at number 1, just because I really wanted a very good champion for my clan boss teams. And she basically covered almost every single role. All right, now we got Warlord. So Warlord, I used to actually sleep on Warlord. I actually didn't think that he was as good as he actually is. So he's actually top 3 now. I think last time he was number 7. So a lot of champions were actually ahead of him. I really like what he does, what he brings to the table. He's got a Vizier ability on his A1, basically extending the duration of debuffs, even though it's a pretty low chance, but still, he has it. He can heal. He can decrease cooldowns on the enemy. I mean, increase cooldowns of the enemy so they can't use the ability. So he does a lot of things and also block debuffs. Like, too many things that he does, man. I can't name everything. So he's a very good support champion and one of the best, man. All right, I got Arbiter at number 2. A lot of people sleep on Arbiter because she's basically free to play. You get her from the challenge missions. But once you get Arbiter, she is a game changer. She changes your whole account. You will probably use her on every single team that you're running once you first get Arbiter. Use her for arena, use her for clan boss, use her for dungeons, use her anywhere, man. Literally anywhere in the game. So that's why I have to put her at number 2. I know a lot of people look at her like, oh, she's a free-to-play champion, basically. But she's crazy, man. I actually had her way lower than this, and I thought about it. I was like, yo, when I first got Arbiter, she really changed my account. She helped me progress like much higher. And obviously now we have Siphi, the most OP champion, especially when paired with Rotos Lost Groom. So she does a lot of things. She brings too many things to the team. People hated Duchess before. Now we have to deal with Siphi. Siphi, in my opinion, was actually better than Duchess Lilitu. Even though I do like the veil that Lilitu brings. But yeah, Siphi's way too good. I had to put her at number 1. I bet you if I ask anybody, who do you want to have any Void Legendaries? I say they didn't have any. Anybody? Did I say no, somebody didn't have any Void Legendaries? And I asked them, who do you want? And they know what they're talking about, man. They know everything about the game. They probably say Siphi, man. You can use her anywhere in the game. So this is my list, guys. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you guys think my list is accurate or not? And make sure you guys keep it civil. So again, I just want to clarify. This list obviously is opinion, but it is based on a variety of things, not only in one location of the game or one aspect of the game. And yeah, just because a champion is rated lower does not mean they suck. You guys got to think about that. They don't suck, man. So yeah, guys, make sure you guys drop a like. It takes 1 second, helps me out a lot. And I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.
I'm Tyrone. I need everybody to subscribe to the homie Ali Al Plays. And that's non-negotiable either.